The following is a presentation of W.O.N Sports, America's home of champions.
From the Candlepin Bowling Network in association with W.O.N Sports, this is Candlepins for Cancer Bowling Series. Today, from Bowl-A-Rama in Sanford, Maine, it's match 3 of the mixed doubles as number 3 ranked Amanda Carroll and Justin Scally take on number 2 ranked Shannon Scribner and Nate Lees. Now, without further ado, here are the voices of the Candlepins for Cancer Bowling Series, Paul Grant and Mike Morin.
Ladder Live, Bob Lee, Mike Morin on Candlepin Bowling Network, and welcome to those on W.O.N Sports Network throughout the USA. The number 3 seed holds serve, Amanda Carroll from Gray, Maine, Justin Scally from Massachusetts. Come on in, Justin. Boy, you were masterful down the stretch as usual. It was just like the qualifier history with you and OJ battling out 152-148, and the qualifier is 155-143. How do you do it?
Throw the ball and see what happens.
Yep.
That's all you can do.
Yep.
You can't try and worry about it too much.
All right, good luck.
Thank you.
Amanda Carroll, you had 4 marks in a row. Justin had 3 in a row. Some bonus money for you guys. How do you stay so consistent over the years? 40 years young, how do you do it at such a high level still?
I don't know, just consistency, I guess. I don't practice that much, but it's just natural. It comes natural to me, so.
You're a bowling style, swinging arm style, kind of like Justin Waters, the Atlantic Candlepin single star. How do you get, is that your own style? Did you learn that from somebody else?
I mean, I've always done that, and when I was a pitcher too, I kind of did a similar thing, so it just kind of carried over.
All right, good luck today. Number 2 seed, Nate Lees and Shannon Scribner with Mike Morin.
Hey, step in a little bit closer. Now, I'm looking. You're only 26 years old.
I am.
Yet you had a 12-page bio sheet.
I
do you do that in such a short amount of time?
I don't know, truthfully. I won a lot during my youth, so.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're still winning.
Yes,
And,
I am.
and from where I'm coming from, 26 is still youth. Well, all right. Let me ask you. You pretty much did most of your bowling, I think, growing up at the Big 20, right?
Mostly, but I started out at Colonial in Westbrook.
Okay.
That's where I got
This,
started.
you know, I mean, I'm a bowler, but not at your level. This seems like a fast house. Do you like that, or is that a little bit tougher?
Sometimes it's tougher because from Big 20 it's a tougher house. So,
Right.
but I feel like it gives me a little bit of advantage because I know I can pick pins and that.
Well, good luck to you today. Nate Lees, a pleasure to have you on today.
Thanks for having me, Mike.
I've been looking a little bit at your background, and you were a theft control guy at Petco for part of your career, right?
Yeah, for about 10 years, yep.
So I'm a dog guy. I got to ask you, what was the most stolen thing when you were working at Petco?
Collars and leashes. And flea and tick medicine.
Flea and tick medicine. Well, very good. You happy with your bowling lately?
Yeah, no, I've been bowling really well lately. Love bowling here. You know, bowled pretty well here in both the qualifiers I did. So, yeah, looking forward to it. Love bowling with Shannon. Shannon's awesome, so it'll be a fun day.
I would call her a legend in the making.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
All right. Hey, good luck to you guys. Good to see you.
Very much.
Before we start, cancer affects all of us, a family member or loved one. Please support Candlepins for Cancer by going to Venmo, type in Candlepins for Cancer, or go to candlepins4cancer.com. Follow the Venmo links, donate any amount. Candlepin Bowlers helping Candlepin Bowlers going through cancer treatments. Over $32,000 paid out so far, $500 to $1,000 checks. Anybody gets cancer in your family or relative, please let us know. Contact Paul Grant, Al Johnson, or your local bowling center for more information. Candlepin Bowlers helping Candlepin Bowlers going through cancer treatments. Any amount is greatly appreciated. Our semifinals underway. The number 3 seed holding serve, Amanda Carroll from Gray, Maine, Justin Scally from Boxford, Mass. I always get Boxford and Boxborough mixed up. Bob Lee here with us also. Hello, Bob.
Hey, Paul. That was a heck of a match. 152, 148 in the third in rung 2.
It was like deja vu in that qualifier, the 5th final string.
Right,
Watch all these matches on Candlepin Bowling Network.
ready to go.
Amanda Carroll swinging those arms on lane 18. First of 3 strings. A tiebreaker is a 1-string roll-off after 3 strings. She gets 6. Shannon Scribner, both out of the Big 20 in Scarborough, Maine. Mike Walker's house. 1, 3, and the 7 over the W.O.N Sports logo. Welcome to those watching on the W.O.N Sports Network. Amanda, nice ball, almost. The violin bow right across the lanes. Missed the 7 and the 8. The left-hander, Shannon Scribner from South Portland, Maine. Spare! Number 2 seed with Nate Lees. Justin Scott up next as Amanda gets a nice 10. How about that? Pretty shot. Welcome Mike Morin, author and radio personality. Former Candlepin Stars and Strikes broadcast for 9 years or so.
And then Candlepins for Dollars with Frank Malicote on Channel 56 in Boston before the station was sold, and that show went off the air. But you know what? You guys are doing a heck of a job. You've picked it up. It took a few years to kind of get it all organized. This is a much-watched show, and it's a good cause, Candlepins for Cancer.
Shannon almost a strike, a whittling 6-pin, 19-1 on the spare. Amanda 2-4-7-10. Slides that leg across.
I wouldn't have gotten up if I'd have made that move.
I'm not going to comment what happened to me if I did that.
We might hear a snap halfway around the world.
Amanda missed it left for an 8.
I was saying a little bit earlier that I think that Shannon is a legend in the making, and you can definitely say that about Amanda. These are, at the end of their careers, they will be right up there in the top 2 or 3 ever from the state of Maine, I think, for women.
Shannon, the Paul Grant special, missed the second, make the third at 10, 29-2. Amanda 18-2, that 10 and the 8. Scoreboard showing 27.
Man, the 1, 2, 3.
Wow. Jackson 5, not that easy to make.
All right, so
Michael Jackson on the Jackson 5. You don't know that reference?
No, I never heard of him.
Another 9 drop.
Woo! Sound like you just fell and hurt yourself again.
I did that split like Amanda did.
Man, that would have been. I've never seen that one made.
Shannon for another mark. Got it.
Oh, thank you, Deadwood.
Any luck? I've been 3 in a row. Didn't want the bonus money. 39 the ball through 3. Amanda doinks it for an 8. 26-3. Early 13-pin lead for the number 2 seed. The tandem of Shannon Scribner Nate Lees on Candlepin Bowling Network and W.O.N Sports. With live stream, obviously you can have some issues with audio and video glitching, but everybody wants it now. They want it live. Like Minute Rice, they want it right away.
Hey, look, this is the high-tech Wild West, kind of making it up as we go along, but there's a really good foundation with the crew and with the format and with the money and with the cause. So we apologize, but we know you understand because nothing is perfect. We know Candlepins isn't, and we're just going to keep working on it to make it better.
Yeah, only God is perfect. Oh, what a try. Shannon 8 in that fill, 47-3. A 21-pin lead already. For another one. Roadblock. Boy, she is such a fierce competitor.
She is, and she's so much fun to watch. She's so confident, and she, at 26, a lot of poise.
Yeah. A young 26, 10. 57-4. Amanda 36-4. A 21-pin lead in the first of 3 strings. A great place, 20 lanes. Bowl-A-Rama, Sanford Maine. Great owner in Owen and O.J. Martin. They have a school bus that picks up 60, 80 kids a week in an after-school program. It's a strike. Amanda Carroll. 46 half plus 2. Shannon on the nose, 8. Wood to help the 4-7.
I think a number of bowling centers, not a lot, but a handful of them do have buses to bring the kids in because parents are working and it's not easy for them to get to the lanes for the after-school programs.
I wish school bus would pick me up for all these matches I do.
yeah, you must go broke
Only 41,000 miles in over a year and a half.
Is that how much it was? Wow.
Might need a new car in a couple of years. Got to pay the other one off first.
Well, you can go back on Candlepins for cash and win one.
I was going to say, is Shannon gets a 9, 66 half up 20. We should do a show, Candlepins for cash.
Yeah.
We should get that going, Mike.
Win yourself an AMC Pacer. Remember that was one of the...
He's like the Gremlin, actually, and The Price is Right. It's a new car, Johnny Olson. That's my theme song in the 8th grade. We had a theme song. I was The Price is Right theme because I did The Price is Right game all the time. I hated woodworking. So I did Price is Right games in the back of the room. Everybody got a kick out of it.
Welcome to Paul Grant's Therapy Hour.
Yeah. I'm a lost cause. What can I say? Justin Scally, red hot in that last match. Red hot to get to number 3. Triangle, 45% pro success rate with the Wood stats by Candlepin Bowling Network. Missed right on the 3-5-6 Nate Lees. 1-2-4, 51% pro success rate. Missed right. Ladies bowl the first 5, the first and third string. The men will bowl the first 5 in the second string. Justin Scally at 9. He filled that strike for Amanda Carroll with an 8, so 54 half, 63 through 6. Nate Lees a 9, 74 through 6. Paul Grant, Mike Morin, Bob Lee on Candlepin Bowling Network. Always free on YouTube. Subscribe on a YouTube channel. Over 500 videos and counting. Executive producer Bob Lee. Please subscribe free on YouTube. Candlepin Bowling Network. Justin with the post. Lees on the head pin. 4-7-8 triangle on the 10. Interested to leave with that wood. See if he can kick it over. Scally for a spare. Looks good. He got it. Wow, what a shot. On fire since that last string. Leads with the wood. What a try. Thought he'd get more than that. Amanda and Justin combined 73 in the ball through 7. Nate Lees 10 with Shannon Scribner 84 through 7. They're up 11. Justin Scally can cut it to as low as 1 with a strike on spare. Get your wild shirts to help support Candlepin for Cancer, a 501c3 charity. Candlepin Bowlers helping Candlepin Bowlers. Over 500 shirts sold. $10 for each shirt goes to Candlepins for Cancer. $30 for 4 and 5X. Message Paul Grant for more information. We can ship anywhere in the U.S. for $10 shipping charge. Or get me wherever you stream live. Get your wow on. Help improve your game. Make you feel good than a boring t-shirt. Justin 8 on the fill. 81 through 7. They're down 3. They were down 20 just a cup of coffee ago. And it's parallel time for Nate Lees. Scally for another one. Oh, he got it! Wow! Back to back. Pumps his fist. High 10s, Amanda Carroll. 91 of the ball through 8. Lees is open. And it could be a lead change here. Lees splits the uprights for a 10. 94 through 8. 3-pin lead for Lees and Scribner, but Justin Scally 4 or more to take the lead in the first of 3 semifinals. This Candlepins for Cancer live show. Bowl-A-Rama, Sanford Maine, great place to bowl. Summer leagues signing up here, folks. Fall leagues also. Contact Bowl-A-Rama, Sanford Maine. Great ownership here. Great lanes, great bar, full bar here. Great food, great people. Will Haskell also just had shoulder surgery. Does a great job, always hanging around, helping out. Helping us raise over $3,000. Scally on the bonus, 6-7. Chance for 3 in a row and $25 in bonus money. 98 through 8, up 4. Nate Lees 4. It's been 1-3-6-10 in the 8. For bonus money. Can't get the back spin. He did get it! Illegal block in the back. 3 in a row, $25 in bonus money. He'll take it. A smile on his face. He's so lucky. You don't see many smiles when he's bowling. He's so laser focused. Take him any way you can, folks. 108 in the ball through 9. Nate Lees 8, 102 through 9, and they've erased a 20-plus pin deficit. Up 6 plus a bonus ball. Winding down here in the first of 3. 6 on the fill, 114 through 9, up 12. Nate Lees off to the right, 6, 1, 2, 4, the 8. Played in hide and seek behind the 2. Justin going for 4 in a row. Can he get this one? Oh, so close! Al,
one of the few times, sorry, Paul, one of the few times you'll see him like double dribble the ball because he's so smooth.
And Al Johnson's relieved. That's a penny bonus money out. And he'll get the 10. What a string. 125 with Amanda Carroll, Justin Scally, the number 3 seed. Facing the number 2 seed, Nate Lees, a 10. 112. What a string. Amanda Carroll, Justin Scally, 125, number 2 seed. Shannon Scribner, Nate Lees, 112. Paul Grant, Bob Lee, Mike Morin, back with our second string on the W.O.N Sports Network and Candlepin Bowling Network right after this.
It is totally unacceptable to me when people dump on New York. But how can I stop them when it's plain to see we're dumping on ourselves? We've got to sweep our sidewalks, put our trash in plastic bags, the bags in cans, etc., etc. How can we get the world to respect us if we don't respect ourselves? If you're a New Yorker, then sweep it, can it, bag it, and don't dump on New York.
All right, we are into game number 2. Bowlers just taking a quick swig of water. Last week it was Amanda Carroll and Justin Scally over their opponents with a 13-pin victory, and that's what they've got going into this one, 125 to 112 after 1. A pretty close game. It was all those marks that Scally put together that really brought them over the finish line, but it's 2 more games of Candlepin bowling. And the men will start. They finished. They'll start. The women will then do the second 5. And there's a strike for Nate Lees. That's got to make him happy.
That's more like Nate Lees. He's a thunderous bowler. He threw a 162 in the qualifier. He bowled twice at a 622, came back, got a 646. Only John Blais up next. Number 1 seed with Shannon, Maddy Kelly, soon to be Madison Riva, May 5th. Scally, what a shot, spare.
It almost, sometimes I wonder, no matter where Scally throws the ball, he ends up looking pretty good or gets some really good pin action.
But like I said, he throws some big games. He can throw a 90, and like he had a horrible night before the roll-offs. He was upset. Then he came back and just went nuts in that 5th string to get the number 3 seed. Very capable of bouncing back like he is today, and he did during that roll-off, so good for him.
Very amazing style, great mechanics. That one got away from him, but typically he's just a thing to watch.
14
great
through
style.
1 on that spare. Nate Lees 8 in the strike, 18 through 2, up 4 in the string. They're down 9 in the match.
Oops. Legal ball, though. The ball had landed before it got to the lob line. You don't see too much lobbing anyway with these guys, but it does happen.
Pretty 10 there. Look at that shot, 2-2 split. Big pins.
So 13-pin difference coming into this match. Right now it's tightened up by just a few.
28-24, 4-pin lead officially in the string, 9-pin lead in the match for Amanda Carroll and Justin Scally. As he hits the pocket, gets 8. Now it's 9, 2-pin for a spare. Nate Lees, 1, 2, 4, 10. Back to Mike Morin.
His home lanes, Nate's is Exeter Lanes and Academy Lanes in Haverhill, where I saw him with the Worlds. This past November, this past fall, back up to Canada for the World's competition, the team events next November.
Yep. This week of Veterans Day. Nate Lees, 8, 36 through 3. Justin Scally, guess what? The Paul Grant Special missed the second, make the third. Never a good time for that. Made a living off that. I missed so many shots, Mike, by just like a razor-thin margin, and I get the next time. Just ask Rick Kimrowski and Millis.
If it hadn't been for that, we'd be watching you bowl.
I was a 110 bowler one year. I bowled once a week with no practice, working retail, so I could have been something if I stuck with it, but trials and tribulations of retail. 34 through 3. Justin, 8. 2 in the 8. Spare chance. Wood to help. Back to Mike Morin.
You know, Nate Lees also worked at Radio Shack.
Yeah,
did you know that?
Yes, he did. Yep. He was smart. He got out early. I worked there 31 years in 9 days. Scally's fair. 44 in the ball through 4.
Yeah, Scally's definitely locked in. And I think that hit it doesn't matter. Well, maybe it will.
No, he got an 8 box.
Got an 8 anyway.
Wouldn't count if the wood.
Yeah, it did hit the pin on the left side in the gutter.
44-44, but Justin Scally on another mark. His second spare, the second of 3 at Bowl-A-Rama in Sanford, Maine. Great place to bowl, great ownership. Owen and O.J. Martin. They've treated us like gold up here. All the Maine bowlers. Crossing over, strike! His second 1.5. Bookend strikes. Scally for a strike. 9 3/4.
I'm not sure why Nate was shaking his head, but I know that sometimes you think I've been throwing better balls and then I get that.
Why can't you round off like you do in math? The nearest, strike here, 9 3/4. 0.5 or higher, It should be a strike. He'll get a spare and a fist pump. Back-to-back spares, third of the half, 63 in a ball. Nate Lees 54 plus 2. Halfway through the match. Amanda Carroll from Gray, Maine. Shannon Scribner, South Portland, Maine. On lane 18, Shannon on 18, Manor on 17. Back to Mike Morin.
She works at Solutions Federal Credit Union and has been in the South Portland area her whole life. Started bowling as a kid, I think, at 7. And now, at 26, she has tons of trophies. She works hard at it. She's a natural. A lot of family support.
About three dozen junior titles also, including 2 ICBA championships.
Yeah, I asked her, how could she have a 12-page resume? I said, well, first of all, Paul does it in 24-point font.
No, I do it in 40. I put 1 line per page. No.
But she said a lot of what she accomplished
look at this.
was during her junior years. But she seems pretty unflappable, I think.
Amanda's open. She got a 6 fill on Justin Scally's spare, 59.5. Shannon, 9 on Nate Lee's strike, 63.5, and a nice 10. A gentle shot there. And she's as fast as Amanda Carroll on the lanes.
She doesn't really show it as much, I don't think.
Oh, she does. Yeah, she's very, very fierce and very, very competitive. I covered her quite a bit at the Big 20. And people ask why I go to Maine a lot. Maine is starving for coverage. They deserve the attention just as much as Massachusetts, New Hampshire does. And there's a lot of great bowlers in Maine that don't get the recognition they deserve. So I made it my mission to cover Maine and help promote Maine and the women's game, too. Oh, there's a good ball there, 9.
That looked like a hammer. Kingpin remains. Well, don't let your reputation get out there because they'll be wanting you to come up to Nova Scotia to do a show.
I actually want to do that. Actually, I want to talk to them if they can pay for my trip somehow. I'll be happy to go to Nova Scotia or New Brunswick and do Against for Cancer for sure. There's a spare for Amanda Carroll. 88 in the ball through 7. A great crowd on hand. Shannon a 9, 82 through 7. So right now it's 88-82. Amanda Carroll, Justin Scally up 6 right now. And they're up 19 in the match, plus a bonus ball. They won the first 125-112 as number 3 seed. Shannon off to the right, 5. Basically a 4 horseman plus the 8 behind the 2. Love that rhythm stop by Amanda Carroll. Look at that ball. Beautiful shot. 6, 2, 4, 7, the 8 behind the 2. On the spare, 94 through 7. Shannon missed right.
I can see a little disgust on her face that time.
You know, 3 of these 4 bowls in this ladder bowled in the women's first ever money match. Our highest rated in Candlepin will never go over 5,100 views. A great match. Madison Kelly, now Maddie River pretty soon. She threw a 637, man, at a 595. They won that match, a great match. Watch it on Candlepin Bowling Network from last spring. 102 through 8 for Amanda Carroll and Justin Scally. 89 through 8 for Shannon Scribner and Nate Lees. So it's a 13-pin lead again here in the string, 26 in the match. The number 3 seed.
We should try, if we have a chance, to talk to Marianne Kelly and maybe Bob, parents of Maddie, at some point. Not necessarily now, but they are here today. They're both great Candlepin bowlers, so how could she not be? Family of lefties. All right, there's the shot at the spare. And still got 3 pins staring at her. And the single pin for Amanda Carroll.
Another spare, 112 the ball through 9.
Yeah, they're kind of walking away with this one.
Plenty of time left, though. Anything can happen. Look at the last string, 152, 148 in that last match. 98 through 9 for Shannon Scribner and Nate Lees. They're down.
Yeah, they're going to win this one by more than 13 pins, I think. But we still have a 10th frame to go. Anything can happen. As Scribner takes the shot, and that was beautifully placed, leaving the 7-pin with some wood out front. She'll probably try to avoid it, of course.
Good ball. She thought she'd get more. That wiggling 9 wants to go down. That's 99 and 9/10 down. Going, still going. Not gone. 5, 9, 10 left to right. Scribner, Doink said ski ball shot right over the 50 spot.
Definitely did not want to use the wood.
Shot. It bounces up high. I call it the ski ball shot. Amanda for spare. Got it. Back to back.
Yeah, this one is in the bag for Carroll and Scally.
119 through 9, 129 the ball on the 10th. Shannon then 10, 108 second string.
So 220 for the team of Scribner and Lees. The women will start the next game, so they'll stay on the lanes. They'll just switch lanes, and the guys will do the final 5 boxes.
On the crossover, 9, ball right behind the 5. What a finish, 138. 125, 138, 263.
Wow. 263 to 220.
A 43-pin lead.
Wow.
Still good at math.
Yeah, I would say, despite the fact that you use an abacus, which I haven't seen since 2nd grade.
We had to use pencil and paper, no calculator. In fact, that Radio Shack, the first calculator in the 70s, $119 for a four-function calculator, you know.
But you sold your share of them.
We have 1 string left to go on Candlepin Bowling Network. W.O.N Sports, Bob Lee, Paul Graham, Mike Morin, back with our 3rd and final string in just a moment.
Ask your sister to sit in a half a tub of water. You've just saved over 10 gallons of water. So keep New York wet. Save water. Turn the water off when your mother's brushing her teeth. You'll save over a gallon of water. Keep New York wet. Save water.
Welcome back to Candlepins for Cancer semifinals. Amanda Carroll, Justin Scally in the lead by 43. Final string. If they should somehow tie, be a one-string roll-off. Shannon Scribner Nate Lees down. Beautiful ball there. 2-4-7, spare chance. They need some marks. Very capable of coming back. Amanda Carroll and Justin Scally, 125 and 138. A spare to start the third. Amanda won the first ladies ever Candlepins for Cancer roll-off for the Big 20 in Scarborough, Maine. January 14th. You can watch it on Candlepin Bowling Network. Shannon missed it, and she's trying to get the number one again. She lost a tiebreak with Shannon Scribner, 142-128. And that's why Shannon's number two, and Shannon's number 2 and Amanda's number 3. But in the great spot with Justin Scally, bowling great today also. 7 for Shannon. It's a 46-pin lead in the match, plus a bonus ball. Bob and Marianne Kelly are in the house. We'll talk to them soon. On the nose, 7. 4 left, 6-10 right, 17 through 1. Up 10. 53 in the match. And Shannon, a tough lead, the 4 and the 10. This one's getting away quick.
It is indeed. You mentioning Bob Kelly and Marianne, the parents of Maddie. It's
the number one seed next.
Yeah, it's amazing how many bowlers, basically, as families, go on as husband and wife. Like, obviously, Maddie's getting married to Evan Riva here very soon. So the tradition continues of kind of the king and the queen and his or her court of Bob and Marianne Kelly.
Amanda 9, 26 through 2 in human form there in the second box. Shannon 10, 17 through 2. Back to Mike Morin.
Yeah, about a 40-some pin difference, a 42-pin lead for Carroll and Scally. So it's going to be very, very difficult to make it back, especially with 17 pins after 2 boxes. And a mixture, but leaving the 7-pin for Amanda Carroll as Scribner steps up, leaving the 5-pin. Both single pins. No wood to be a factor in the play here. Amanda Carroll will go cross lane. And it's going to the ditch. Doesn't take out the single pin. However, the spare does go for Shannon Scribner, her first mark of this game.
Amanda Carroll, 9, back-to-back 9s, 35 through 3. This would be one heck of a comeback.
Yeah, with a 42-pin deficit and further behind here, or about even, depending on what the fill is.
I know the great Russ Neely Sr. at Stars and Strikes in South Harris, Maine. Russ Neely Jr. runs it now, his son. He was down 99 pins with 2 boxes to go once upon a time. He came back and won the match with a pair of 160 pluses in the Candlepin Hall of Fame. Russ Neely Sr.
Yeah, Russ Jr. was on our Candlepins for Dollars show at Pilgrim Lanes back in 2006 when we did that show.
Another great Maine Candlepin bowling owner like Owen Martin here. Yeah. Mike Walker in Scarborough, just great ownership in Maine. A lot of great owners in the Candlepin bowling sport. Rob Ficara, Exeter, Ted Josh DeBrow and Academy, if you come to mind. Tim Lipke and Lakeside, Lanes, Manchester, Hampton. So many I can mention.
But, the really good guys are the ones that stayed in the game, and women, because there are women that are owners as well.
Good try there. Yep.
And their personalities and their passion for the game and taking care of the customers help them stay in business. And they didn't take the bait for the large amount of money their property is worth. I mean, at some point, I guess they may, but who knows? You can't blame anybody for that.
And Owen Martin donated the roll-off money, which is he was going to charge $3 a string, which for 71 bowls, 5 strings, that's close to $1,000. So he gave it back to us for the charity.
He did?
We helped 2 families. Yes.
Wow. That deserves a wow. There's my first wow of the day for Owen Martin.
It's 44-44 here in the third, but a 42-pin lead.
Yeah, 42 going in.
43 going in, actually.
And now it's tied.
263, 220 through 2. Amanda, good bid. The ball right behind the 5. You've seen a lot of those 2-for-1 specials today.
I feel like I'm watching a pinball match or something.
I know. I thought more like let's make a deal, 2-for-1. Scribner spare.
There's a nice shot. Watching that 6 get tripped out.
She was number 3 seed in January. The Candlepins for Cancer live show lost to Mario Johnson by 3 pins.
I remember that. I was there with you.
331. That was the first time he joined us. That was a great match. Watch it on Candlepin Bowling Network on YouTube. Always subscribe, free of charge, never a charge. Candlepin Bowling Network, free on YouTube. Subscribe today.
All right, the men will finish out the game, and right now Nate Lees has quite a hill to climb as Justin Scally whips another one down the lane. A bit of a double dribble there, which again is very rare because he is so smooth at the line.
After this thing, we'll do interviews of all the 4 bowlers and do our $100 strike challenge for each bowler, win or lose. A strike ball, give him $100.
Nobody's done it yet so far.
A couple of close calls in that first match. Scally's open. Back to Mike Morin.
Well, you don't want to let this one get away, especially when you've got about a 43-pin lead with just 5 boxes to go. But, as you gave the Neely example here just a moment ago, it can happen with bowlers of this caliber. So it's only going to be an 8-box for Justin Scally, 62 through 6. Nate Lees picks up a 10 in the 6. That'll give them 71.
I got my shortest commute next weekend, Mike. I'm going to go to Old Town, Maine for the Maine State APH Eliminations with Michelle Atherton on Candlepin Bowling Network on Facebook. Just only 3.5 hour ride from Haverhill, Mass. I need the O.J. Martin Sanford Maine bus. That's a clip wing eagle. It's spread eagle minus a corner pin. Lees on the nose, splits 2-1. Back to Mike Morin.
I don't know what we call this eagle, but it's seriously wounded here. You got half of the spread eagle.
I might need a GoFundMe page for transportation.
Well, I think, doesn't Maine have a nice mass transit system you can take from Haverhill?
Park, shuttle, and fly. A good bit by Justin there. Having a great day. Lees 9. Nate won the ladder series, our first one this year earlier. He was the number 2 seed and beat Jimbo Ayod. Was brilliant that day. Gave back some money to the Candlepins for Cancer. And he's the number 3 seed today in the mixed ladder for the first time. Great turnout. 71 bowlers competed. We had some great finishes. Sean Baker, another great future Hall of Famer, missed by 1 pin in the qualifier.
He was the alternate today.
He's like, thanks, Al Johnson. 627, 626. Good ball by Nate Lees, 9. Final string winding down. Justin Scally, Amanda Carroll moving on to the top bracket against number 1 seed, John Blais, and soon to be Madison Riva, now Maddy Kelly.
Interesting watching Amanda Carroll. She has body English for when Justin throws the ball. I don't know if you could see it on your screen there.
Yeah.
But they've got this match well in hand, an open frame for Nate Lees. I don't know if anybody, I know there are people that watch 10-pin bowling as well. There's a 10-pin bowler by the name of E.J. Tackett that is a dead ringer for Nate Lees. In fact, I was looking for pictures to put a separated birth post together for today. I may still do that. See what kind of mood he's in.
Scally drills 9, 3-pin for another mark. Lees 7, 1, 3, 6. Final 2 boxes of the match. The number 2 seed going down. And that Justin Scally, Amanda Carroll, it's a very favorable bracket, you could say. Very underrated bracket. As Scally is fair the 9th.
What was the speed on that Nate Lee ball?
Justin's throwing 38 out of his hand.
38 miles an hour.
Nate is throwing 35.
Does he get a speeding ticket for that? Oh, that's Tim Douglas, a Tornado, who won the Easter Classic in 2023 this year, last weekend. And Lita Lanes do a great job. Lexi does a great job there, and Matt Susie there, Lita Lanes, the Semino family.
Yeah, that's where we did the Candlepin Stars and Strikes show for the last 8 years that it was on. And boy,
Phil, sorry, Scally down in the Phil.
They literally put up bleachers, and they would always have coffee and donuts for the patrons that would come and watch.
Scally missed right that time, doesn't need it. Lee's spare. 109 in the ball in the 10th. Nice finish. Justin 98 through 9 with Amanda Carroll in the finals next. Wasn't there, 9. 107 final string. 370.
It'll be Scally and Carroll against John Blais and Maddy Kelly, soon to be Riva. In the final match, the championship match, the winning pair takes home $2,000, $1,000 each. And the runner-up money is?
$500 for this one right now to split. And the next one's $1,000 for the runner-up.
All right, very good.
All right, Nate Lees combined to Shannon Scribner 117. They win the third, lose it by 10, but lose the final score 370
to 337. Right, 30.
The interviews and the strike challenge just a moment on Candlepin Bowling Network and W.O.N Sports. W.O.N Sports Network.
Trick or treat!
wait till you hear what just happened.
Welcome back to Candlepins for Cancer. Semifinals just completed. Justin Scally and Amanda Carroll, the number 3 seed, moving on next to face Maddy Kelly, soon to be Madison Riva. May 5th, getting married. She's bowling with John Blais. Next, let's bring in Mike Morin. Mike, great work with you, buddy. Again.
Thank you very much.
Candlepin Stars and Strike co-host for 9 years.
And Candlepins for Dollars on Channel 56. I do miss it, but you know what? You got me back into the game, Paul.
We're going to sign you to a long-term contract.
Really? Well, as long as I'm renewed for one more broadcast, I'll die happy.
Yeah, you get as much as you want. All right, let's bring in the bowlers here. You talk to Shannon and Nate. I'll talk to Shannon and Nate. And you can talk to Justin. Okay. Nate, hey, good run. Wasn't there today for you, but another, can't have it all the time. I know that's tough. When you won the ladder series last time against Jimbo Ayotte, the number one to win the number 1 seed, number 2 spot coming into that match. Yeah. A great win there. Not your time today, though.
Yeah, no, I couldn't get comfortable, and this place always gets in my head sometimes because it's so sticky, and I let it get to me. I couldn't get comfortable, couldn't get a good ball going. When I did, I couldn't get anything, and it's just one of those days. It's Candlepin bowling.
You won the first ever Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour Pro Division, now Class A. Also, you're always a good competitor.
Yeah. No, I love bowling, love having fun, and I wish I could have done a little better for my partner, but it is what it is.
I'm sure we'll see you in the fall again.
Oh yeah. 100%.
Shannon Scribner, I know it wasn't your time to shine. Another good finish for you, but not enough to get to number 1. But a great bowler, just 26 years young. Boy, the future is bright for you in Candlepin bowling out of the Big 20 in Scarborough, Maine. A tough house. You bring it in every time.
I do.
And hope to see you in the next women's roll-off in the fall.
We'll see.
In the women's doubles event September 9th.
We'll see about that.
All right. Thanks a lot. All right, Mike Moore with Justin Scally and Amanda Carroll.
Where's Amanda Carroll? Paging Amanda Carroll.
We got third place for you here, $800 to split. Thank you, Mike Morin.
Yeah, you work up an appetite here with bowling, but you guys seem to have a good connection. I mean, you're both very intense bowlers. You're both very good. What's it like to have somebody like Justin Scally as your doubles partner?
Yeah, I mean, really, we haven't really talked much at all.
No, we haven't. Have you ever done doubles together?
No, we've never even really bowled.
Just against each other and various things. That's it. I mean, even when we bowled your team in Exeter this year, you weren't there.
Right. So we really don't even talk that much, but I think we're getting along great and feeding off of each other, and it's worked out good.
It really is fun to watch. It really is fun to watch bowlers and their body English. We talk about yours, of course, and you have a very interesting fluid style. But I was watching, you were actually rendering body language for Justin when he was...
Yes, I have a tendency to do that.
You'll see that on the replay.
Yes, looking forward to seeing that.
All right, well, good luck. It's the top, $2,000 at stake, splitting it, $1,000 each.